Welcome to ReaLAWstate with Patti and Kate. Woo, woo! Hey, Patti, I have a surprise for you.
For me?
Yeah, you were showing me that
man,
you
she's stripping.
had posted today about where we were 9 years ago.
Yeah.
And we were in the boat race.
Man.
And so I figured I would pull out my boat race shirt for us.
He still has it.
Oh my gosh, and look at it. I put the numbers on then and they were still crooked.
And bright as ever.
Bright as ever. I know. You know what? They did last. And I wear it quite a bit. I wear it when I'm out in the woods.
Do you?
And I'm on
Can't
my
be
bike.
lost.
Can't lose me that easily.
Too funny. It's a good day.
Yeah. Happy Memorial Day.
Memorial Day weekend, which it's a weird Memorial Day weekend, but
yeah,
it's beautiful out. So
can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I was actually born on Memorial Day.
Really?
Memorial Day was then on every May 30th. And every year there was a parade on my birthday.
That's so
and
fun.
for every year I thought that I was something special.
It's so funny you say that, because so my birthday is January 18th, and a lot of times Martin Luther King Day would fall on my birthday.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, me and Martin, that's right. It's all about us.
It's
right?
all about us, yeah. So
No
I was
egos here, people.
No, I know. I truly believed up until I think the age of 10 or 12 was when they changed it over to
until the age of 40.
Yeah. to the age of 12, they still always celebrated it on the 30th.
Yeah.
And so all the time I'm like, oh, it's my parade, So
That's
anyway,
so
I thought that was funny. So no more parades on my actual birthday.
That's all right. Maybe we can whip one together for you.
Yeah, we'll do one of those cool car parades.
Yeah, there you go. A little.
Anyway, so they are having the boat race tomorrow. And you know what? I am so mad. It's only till Wolf Island Road. We should have done it! Had I known it was to Wolf Island Road, I would have gotten that boat out and we could have put on our shirts and we could have gone down.
Well, it's funny. I ran into somebody at the hardware store and I was like, oh, what project are you working on? She goes, actually, I'm going to do the boat race. And I said, oh, I didn't realize. I said, well, but I heard they shortened it. It's only halfway through. And she said, yeah, that's why I'm doing it. When I heard it was only halfway through.
My husband asked me if I wanted to do it, and I said no, because honestly, I hate Mattapoisett. Because it goes like this, off through the woods, and I just... But I could have done it to Wolf Island Road.
Yeah.
Darn it. I wish I found out sooner.
Well, next year, because we're going to do it next year.
Yes, we are. We're going to save our shirts.
What do you call it? Boativersary?
A boativersary. It's our 10-year boativersary. So next year we're doing the boat race together. So we'll keep you guys informed.
Stay tuned.
We'll keep you informed on how we're doing, on our progress.
Yeah, and whether or not Patti drowned.
Yeah, well, that was fun. We had fun.
No, we did have fun. I did it with my daughter once, and at Churches Falls, there's this little, it's really not that strong of a current, but for us, it was a strong current. It whipped us around, dumped us into the water, and so now I feel like
I know just what you're talking about. Yeah. We broke a boat there. A brand new boat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was bad.
Too funny. Well, today we are talking about gratitude, I think, right? Yeah. So Memorial Day, at least every Memorial Day, or actually every holiday. You would be all right. Kate's dying over here.
I'll get some water.
All right, so I'll just talk all by myself.
I'll be right back.
All right. So Memorial Day, every year it comes, and I always like to reflect. And this is certainly a time we pay tribute to our fallen soldiers who've worked so hard to go out and fight for our freedoms, the Constitution, the whole thing, and they do it selfishly, and not just them, but their families too, who sacrifice so much for us. And so I always like to take this time not just to say thank you to the fallen soldiers, the people before us, and it's not even just the recent soldiers too. I get historic, I love history, but you start thinking about how this country was founded, and the things that they couldn't do when they were in England, and they came here and they wanted to be able to do whatever
they wanted. That's
wanted.
how the whole profession of real estate was founded. Because we wanted to own land. That's why we get on those boats.
Land. Yes.
And underneath it all is the land.
Yeah. Yep. Who cares about scurvy? We'll get there and we'll own some land. Land. Oh, so this time of year, I always start thinking about what they did in honor of this country, and that allows us to keep doing what we do. Right?
Yeah.
And so I always start to reflect am I living, and maybe this is too dramatic for some of you, but I always think, am I living my best life? These people made such a sacrifice so we could live in this country, and to have the opportunities that we have, am I doing all that I can to live up to that, And that's what I reflect on.
I love that. And you know why I love that, especially now, is that we are in troubled times.
Yeah.
And what happens is I hear so much on the sidelines of people going and everybody's looking for something wrong. Nobody is like, not a lot of optimism, you know, and it's hard to hear, you know. But I thought to myself, what a great time to have your voice heard, right? So if we spoke, you know, and we spoke and we communicated about how we felt, and we advocated for how we felt, right? I mean, the whole idea of activism, right? Like if we said, this is how I feel, this is why I feel it, like in an honorable way, we would be honoring our country, we'd be honoring one another, and most importantly, we'd be honoring ourselves. You know,
and you have to be, I think, respectful of other people's opinions. So, so like, you think of all the things that have happened in the history of this country, right? They were not the popular things to be fighting for, right?
No, they were not.
Like fighting for the freedom from England, right? There was a whole bunch of people who were like, oh, don't do that, don't do that. No, you're that king, he's gonna come get us, right? They were like, don't do that, you know? And then there were plenty of people like, no, this is important, right? And then you think about like slavery, you know? So people were like, no, we need that, we need that, we need that. We can't do that. And people were like, are you crazy? That's insane. And then, you know, we worked towards that. Women voting, women suffrage, right? Like women can't vote, you know, like don't do that, don't let them vote, you know, those emotional people. Right? And so can you imagine fighting those fights at a time when it wasn't popular, right?
Fighting all those fights. And now when we have so much to be like so negative, you know, and I think that, you know, say what you're gonna say, or say what you mean what you say, don't be mean when you say it. Like let's start communication in a positive way. And let's truly be grateful for all of the gifts that we have. And you know, you know, this whole pandemic has given us a reason to look inward and to press a reset button in us. And someone had said the other day, like, I don't want to hear the word pivot again, right? And I'm like, I understand that, you know, it's exhausting and it's not something that we chose, right? But here's the thing, is on a very granular level, you can decide what's important to you and how you're going to handle it, and whether you decide to even follow wearing a mask or not, you know, like, so you get to choose.
You get to choose, like your life, like one of the greatest things I always see places, like little sayings, whatever, is like, if you don't like where you are, then move or change it. Like you are not a tree. But you are not a tree.
Yes,
like,
you can move.
Move and you can pivot.
Yes, well, no, I disagree with her on that. And the other thing is you can change your mind. Right? So when I'm discoursing with Patti, the reason that we love working together, one of the big reasons is that we oftentimes disagree on things, and together we come out with a way better product than either one of us could have done alone. Right?
Agreed, 1,000%.
And so and that is where I think the magic happens.
I do, and I think you can't be afraid of that. You can't be afraid of change, and you can't be afraid of those hard conversations, you know, between people, because that is what makes everything great. That's what makes things better. And whether you're having the conversation with yourself, sometimes I call myself out and be like, like, what are you feeding yourself right now? Like, get your butt up and go do whatever it is you're gonna go do, right? So you gotta have those conversations with yourself, and then you gotta have conversations with the people around you and who you surround yourself with.
Yes, 100%.
And if you have those people who are sapping the life out of you, because there are just some of those who are just always gonna be negative. It's just the way they are. It's sad, but you know, it is what it is. But you don't have to be held down.
No, you don't.
By that.
You don't, and you have the tools. You have the choice. You know, and you know, there's just, and this is a moment, I guess, this Memorial Day, when you think about all these people that went before us, and how much they struggled, right? Well, we're struggling now as a nation, right? So become active, like active in your beliefs, and know what your beliefs are, and celebrate that you have beliefs, and don't be afraid, and don't, you know, it's that common enemy intimacy where, like, you and I can talk about, you know, whoever's over that other room, because she might not think what we think, you know, like, let's not do that. Let's be awesome. Let's
think about how to do things better. So, like, if there's some particular cause that's important to you, you don't have to beat people up over it. You don't have to just passively post something on your social media about it. No, like, get involved in whatever that is and try to make it better. Like, how do you make it better?
Absolutely. Yes. And so I love it. I love it. So tomorrow's the new day of the rest of our lives. Right?
Karen, we're all done.
So we're all good now. So next week, week when we meet with you, we'll be talking about like how your life's already gotten better.
Yeah, we solved it. So
yeah, we did.
But truly, like, so I would say that everybody should take this weekend to enjoy the good weather.
And I know, doesn't that already make you automatically in a better mood?
I just love it. But also just to take a moment and say to yourself, look, we have the opportunity to do something different.
Yes.
What is it that speaks to you? What speaks to you may not speak to me, may not speak to Kate, and that is okay. But what speaks to you, and are you doing everything you can to maximize what you can do about that, right?
And be unapologetic, right?
Unapologetic, right? You don't be respectful of everybody else,
but however you feel is how you feel, right? And whatever you decide, and whatever direction you're going in, whatever activism you choose, right? You're choosing that. Yeah. Be proud of yourself. Stand a little taller. Yeah. Right. And go for it.
100%. Like 1,000%. Like just go for it in every angle, every part of your life. Just do it. And who cares what other people think? Right. Like that's just.
Well, that's what they say, and I love it. Like if you are running your own lane, and if you are running your own race, right? They say, well, how do you know who's behind you? How do you know who's in front of you? How do you know where everyone is? Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It matters what you want. Yeah. And ultimately, I think that's what's going to help us all feel a little bit better about moving through this transition. Yeah. You know, and again, in Memorial Day is a great reminder of that.
It really is.
I love the way you thought about that.
Yeah, I do. These holidays, I just love it. In the military, I just have such a soft spot for them because my dad's a Marine and I have a bunch of people.
I was thinking of having my nephew come out as our guest.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then I was thinking his girlfriend. He and his girlfriend are in town. I'm like, let's see if we can get them in here as a guest. And this is the same time as that other show, so we wouldn't have been able to. But
such great sacrifices have happened.
Yeah, just fortitude in so many ways. Like you never could have told me the strength that my daughter has. Yeah. Like she's a nurse, she's a COVID nurse, and like I would never have ever believed that she could get up every day and do what she does and hear her stories. Aww. And just this, it's just. But she's active. She's being active about it. She made a decision.
She's passionate about it.
And she is. Yeah. And so, of course, Danny and I are freaking out. Like, we're like, oh my God, I'm a little baby. Get out. I know. Come on, let me coddle you just a little more. Yeah. So it is. It's been awesome. All of our kids going through this. Like Jordan graduating without a graduation.
And no graduation. Yeah. And I think just kids are strong, they're resilient, resilient. And I think you and I mean, not to be like towering ourselves, but I think the way we raised our children were very similar is, being grateful for what you have. Like, absolutely. Hey, we're not living in the McMansion and they don't have a silver spoon in their mouth. But work hard and be grateful for everything you have and be grateful for every day you have.
And no pity party. No pity party. Get up and if you don't like something, change it.
Change it, right?
You either accept it or you change it, but you don't sit there in the mud.
No. And that's what we've been doing. We're like, this whole ReaLAWstate, merger of us is let's do it better. Like, we didn't like how things were. Like, do it. Do it. Just change it.
And not to pat ourselves on the back, but we're doing pretty darn well, just so you know.
Like us.
And, we're little by little, as we figure out more together, it becomes better. And I think that it's going to be, again, next year on our boat race, we'll be talking about, how we can give back to our community, maybe, right? In a different way. All right, friends. So we will see you next week, and we thank you for joining. And have a beautiful day tomorrow. And go to the. Are people allowed to go to the boat race? I'm liking it.
I think they were going to try to minimize the spectators. I don't know how they're going to do that, but God bless them.
Well, I'm going to stay 6 feet apart. I'm going to honor the request. I mean, I am doing, that I've been a very good social distancer, haven't I?
She has been very good, except for this very moment. But that's
yes, besides this you never saw. Yeah. But other than this.
COVID can't survive here, we decided.
COVID ain't got no space here. No, but other than this, I have been quarantining because, so I've, anyway. Enough about that. Enough about me. What about you? Let's go do it.
Go do it.
All right.
Honor those who have fallen before you. Go kick some butt. Some American
awesome.
butt.
I love it. I love it.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Woo, woo, woo. Here's to you.